It is Furality, guys. And did you ever ask yourself how a person came into the fandom, or to find the Vrchat community, or even find her own name, or for his owner? Then let me introduce you to my interview that I took from several people that I interviewed them in several parts for each question. You can go on my profile for that. But let's start right into it when you're interested to it. You will not miss out. So the third question is, how did you actually find the VRChat community?
Back in 2015, 2016, I heard about the Knuckles, the "oh Uganda" thing, and I actually joined then, and it was a craze. Everybody was going, "oh, the queen, the queen." So like I also used to join in and do that stuff too, and ever since then, I think I fell off, and I actually went to Neos. And then Neos turned to Resonite, and then I came back here and became a performer for VR Chat, which honestly has been the best thing I've ever done. A lot of cool friends, a lot of cool people.
So I got into the VR furry community, or I got into VR chat roughly around the time there were some mental health issues that my partner was going through that led them to kind of be in a psych ward for a couple weeks, or a mental hospital for a couple weeks. And so during that time, my friend gave me their VR headset, their old Oculus or Oculus Rift, and that's where I discovered the VR furry community. So I've always kind of had a home and like a sense of comfort here. So that's how I discovered the VR furry fandom.
I've been a big proponent of VR for a long time, and I have like the original dev kit, Oculus dev kit one from Kickstarter days and all that stuff as well. And I jumped in VR chat at I think right when VR chat launched. I jumped in and I had I had social anxiety, panic attacks, and wouldn't talk to anybody. So then I didn't come in the VR chat for 4 years. No, even more than that, 5 years, and then I jumped back in when I was like, I'm gonna start doing Twitch streams and making content with my persona that I finally finalized the look on, and I just sucked it up, and I am glad I did, because it's one of the more awesome things I've done that's been a positive impact on my life, both mentally and physically.
I saw a lot of memes and YouTube videos when VRChat was just starting, and I was like, how is that person moving his head in a digital world? And then I looked it up, and apparently it's called VR, and I'm like, that's kind of how I stumbled upon it. You know, from YouTube videos of people, you know, just getting into it themselves.
Okay, so I got into VR chat through lockdown when, like everyone, I went on a lot of people, I went on furlough, so I wasn't working, and therefore I was saving a hell of a lot of money. And within the first month, I lost track of things to do. So I bought a VR headset. Thought, oh, let's try VR chat. The first 2 days, I actually hated it. And I was running around as the little play doctor default avatar for like the first 2 days, and then that's when I bumped into my first weird animal person, and then I started learning more about the furry fandom, and I went from there.
So right before the pandemic, I started getting into VR chat just because I thought that VR was so cool. It was like a newish thing I had heard about, and I tried it out when I was at Best Buy on like one of the demo ones, and I was blown away by how cool it was. That led me to buying a Quest 2, which I then played VR chat with. And when I learned about furries and stuff, I started finding them everywhere in VR chat, and it just spiraled into me having such a tree branch of friends who are also furries.
I found VR chat itself through videos that were trending on YouTube back then. There was that one video with Knuckles. Do you know the way? That one? That was like the video for VR chat, and that's when I first started getting interested in the whole VR chat thing. And when I got a headset, it was for free on the store. So I was like, you know what? Let's try it.